Welcome everyone to another episode of Time for BL. This is the podcast where we review movies, TV shows, novels, and comics, all in the boys love genre. I am totally trying something new. I hope this works, because if I record this whole entire episode and then I can't hear anything, I'm gonna be so upset. So I'm recording from my car because I am driving very far today, and I'm like, alright, well, I might as well finally talk about Bad Buddy episode 2. And I think this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna break down every single episode of the Bad Buddy series because I'm actually really enjoying it. I've said before, is one of my favorite actors in the Thai industry. I really like him. I think he's really, really good. Especially starting off from that show. I'm sorry, I keep bringing up how much I hate that show. But yeah, what I'm thinking of episode 2. Episode 1, I thought that was a strong start. Episode 2, I think this is really strong as well. I still feel a way about the female characters. I'm waiting to see. Then again, it's a BL. I keep telling myself it's a BL. Don't expect to see female characters like interacting outside of like what the outside of the realm of the male characters, because it's all about them. I just want to see what his sister without it being about him. She cleans his apartment for him. She like cooks for him, I guess. I'm not sure. Like, she picks him up. She does this. She does that. Like, everything is about her brother. And I know that there are societal things where the younger sibling takes care of the older sibling. So I'm like, well, it could just be that as well. And she enjoys it because she does care for her brother. She obviously knows more about the two relationship between Pat and Pran. She knows more about it than anyone else. And yeah, we got a flashback. A flashback to them in high school. Okay, so where should I start with this episode? Of course, we saw in the last episode that they were going to be living right beside each other, right next door to, like, across the hall from each other. And because of a mix-up with food delivery, Pat thought this neighbor across the hall was a girl, and that because she has beautiful handwriting, and he decided to hit on her, and that was a whole comedy in itself. And I'm like, why? You just really judged off the handwriting, like, yep, this is a female. And I love how, though, but I will say as well, Pran went, this handwriting is horrible. Well, he used male. No, they did say he used, like, male, what was it, adjectives or pronouns? And that's how he knew it was a guy. So my bad. He didn't know it was a guy. But, it's set up now that we need to go meet each other. And Pran is like, I need to go meet him and just let him know, leave me alone. I'm not interested. And of course, they find out it's each other. Oh gosh. I love the two of them. I love the chemistry so far. I love their acting so far. I love that whole meeting with that girl coming up, like, just trying to talk to her boyfriend, and here's this guy, like, asking her if she wants to look at the moon. And I actually like how they both took it, where it's like, oh, it's you, okay. Alright, so we live in the same building now. Cool! But I also feel so sorry for them, the fact that, they obviously had, like, a friendship, and it seems like it was a pretty close friendship, and they keep getting put in this position where they have to hide each other. And it does look like if it wasn't for their parents, they would be... Is that traffic. I'm sorry. They would be so much closer and so much better off. But at the same time, they do love their families. And we see in the conversation between Pat and his father, where, you know, when his father's like talking about how this family does this and this family does that, he's telling his dad, you know, Dad, calm down. Just calm down. So this is just something that for them, it's a part of life. And they might not exactly like it here, but it's here. Like I said, it's Romeo and Juliet, obviously. And I am very excited for the episode that is going to be coming up next, because I want to see more backstories. I think that's what I like as well, the flashbacks, because I really like that flashback because we saw that they were performing together. They were smiling at each other across the classroom. So I haven't read the book. I need to, like, where can I get an English copy? But I haven't read the book. Is it on Meb? No, I was searching Meb and I couldn't find that one. Anyway, I definitely want to get the book eventually so I can see what else was left out, because you know a lot of those shows, they do leave out a lot from the books. So I definitely eventually want to read the book, see what was left out from the characters. But the backstory did make me go, okay, so were they becoming friends, or were they kind of acknowledging that they like each other? Because it's like one of those, I'm not sure if it's the actors or the characters situation, where is it because I already know that the characters are going to fall in love, that I'm like seeing all the, you know, things already with the way they look at each other, the way they do this, the way they do that? Or is it a situation because the actors know the characters are eventually going to fall in love? They're playing it flirty from the beginning. What was going on in that elevator? The elevator scene. But yeah, is it a situation where they're playing it flirty from the beginning, or was there supposed to be flirtation between the characters when they were younger, and now that they're back together, it kind of has started up again, even though they're supposed to be enemies? So I'm thinking about that as well. How does that work? How does that go? I'm trying to see, do I stand by my prediction of Y and Corn? That's Drake's character is Corn. I don't know, because now that I'm thinking back to Romeo and Juliet, I'm like, maybe Y is gonna be the one that well, they're not gonna hurt unalive anyone, so he's probably gonna get expelled from the school or something like that. If they do the straight Romeo and Juliet way, somebody has to get harmed. But we did see the big fight at the end where they destroyed the pavilion. Waiting to see the consequences of that one. Ooh. Whoever directed that fight scene. Okay, I gotta talk about that fight scene. Whoever directed that fight scene. I mean, they tried? Is that okay to say that they tried? I mean, a lot of it was definitely coordinated very carefully, you know, throwing through this, throwing on that, kicking that down. But then all of a sudden, when it was time for the thing to fall, of course they had to get the actors away from it, because you don't want the actors to be injured. Makes perfect sense. But for me, it was kind of like, well, how did the scene cut from there to there? Because they were all up in there fighting, and then now they're all the way over here fighting. Like, that's what my mind went to, like the editing of it. I know, weird, silly. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's what I was looking at. Like, that was a weird edit, or a weird choice of direction. You couldn't get them closer, or done something with the camera angles to make it seem closer. Probably what I would have gone with, some kind of zoomer or something to make it seem closer. But yeah, it happened. It's done. There's nothing we can do about it. We are just here to enjoy the show. So again, I'm still enjoying this show. I'm still loving this show. I cannot wait for the next episode. I'm trying to think what else is supposed to be coming out, because I think what's the name of that show? Is it Kin Porsche? I can't remember, because that's what everybody keeps saying. I need to get away from TBL. But is that it? That's supposed to come out next year, that has Perth in it. Because Perth is someone else that I really want to see more of, because he's in, of course, My Engineer, the series. And I really do love My Engineer, the series. That was very entertaining, and I can't wait for season 2. Is season 2 still happening? I haven't checked into that. I need to check into that. For all no, it wouldn't be out yet. But yeah, Perth, I really do want to see more of him as well. I kind of want to see more of all the actors from My Engineer, the series. We saw, I can't remember his name, in YYY, the series. What? That theme song just got me every time. Oh my gosh. I love that thing. So we saw him in that. Trying to think what else is out there that I haven't been paying attention to. For my own slight sanity, because I'm like, a lot of the TBL shows can do a very predatory storyline, and I just don't like that. Don't Say No, the series, I've seen a lot of people talk about it and they say they love it, but the title scares me. So if it's good, let me know and I'll watch it. Oh wow, that's a lot of traffic. So if it's good, let me know. Don't Say No, the series. What else? What else is out there? I'm trying to think what else I'm like gonna watch and what else I'm interested in watching. Oh yes, the new season of Gossip Girl. So I was never a fan of the original Gossip Girl. I never got into it. There was just never anything in that show for me. But in this new series, it's supposed to be like, it's supposed to be more queer, that's what everyone keeps talking about it, that it's more queer. I don't know if that's the truth or not. I have HBO Max. So should I just watch it? Maybe I should just watch it and do a review, but from what I've seen of the storyline, there's apparently a storyline with a teacher and a student, and I'm just like, no. There's a reason why I couldn't get into Pretty Little Liars after the first episode. I didn't even finish the first episode. No, I don't think I finished the first episode. Yeah, that kiss happened in the classroom, and I was like, wait, was it the first episode that kiss happened in the classroom? I can't remember. I just remember watching something, see a teacher and a student, and going, really? Really? Is this... No? Oh gosh. It made me long for the days of Degrassi where teachers got fired for having relationships with their students, or got arrested eventually in the newer seasons. Oh no, she got away with it because he was 18 and it was true love. Degrassi. Anyway, but what other shows, movies, series do you want to see? I need to finish editing my review of, what is that movie called? Monsoon. It stars Henry Golding. Oh gosh, I need to find that and edit it, or just re-record it, depending. I don't know. I'll see what I'm in the mood for. I need to get that review out to you guys. I finished watching all of the Dorian storyline on Dragon Age. Have I done that review yet. I need to double check. But yeah, I finished Dorian and Iron Bull. And when Mr. Young and I were talking, my husband and I were talking about it, he said he definitely wants to do a game where he has a character that tries to get with Dorian. It's just that it takes so long. Because it's like just one of those things, like he wants to get a character, he wants to have he wants to create a character to have a relationship with all the characters. So like a character for each one. And you have to be very specific because each of them have a specific type. Like with Iron Bull, you can just put him with anybody. He's a hoe. But with like Dorian, of course, has to be male because Dorian is gay. With the elf, only dates elf females. I can't remember his name. Stellus? I don't remember. So things like that. So we were talking a little bit about that. I should put a little info on that in there as I talk about Dorian. I'm really excited about that one because I really do like Dorian. And I got to see like the little extra downloadable content piece from Dorian's relationship storyline as well. So that was pretty cool. I'm trying to maneuver traffic here. And so yeah, gotta do the Dragon Age storyline. Something else that I wanted to talk about, I can't think. I don't know what else I wanted to bring up. I haven't really. Oh, is it a comic? I've been reading a lot of comics lately. But that's because I just like, if I can get a moment to read, I'm just gonna take it. And it's just easier to read sometimes. Just easier to sit down and read a book on my phone. Yeah, I'm in a lane. Okay. There's like serious traffic right now, and I'm just like trying to get in. Thank you, person driving. So yeah, back to Bad Bunny the series. I went off on a tangent there. Definitely still loving it. Definitely enjoying the show. Definitely recommend it. Remember, you can watch it on YouTube. It's available right there. I think I hope it continues in the way it has been so far. Especially since, like I said, they reshot. It's obvious they, of course, reshot a bunch of stuff. So I'm hoping it doesn't, like, I'm hoping they reshot for better everything and better quality and, you know, like, to give us a better show in general, as well as whoever they've replaced and all that stuff in the cast, or whatever they've changed in the storyline. So I am excited and I'm waiting to see where this goes. I can't wait. I'm really, really into the show. Anything I hope for, well, yeah, like I said, I hope that the female characters can have a conversation that's not just about their sons. They're probably just gonna have a conversation about their husbands. We're like, I just need to move on from that. Eventually there's gonna be a girl that's like the love interest for both of them, I believe, is what I saw from the commercials. So hopefully she doesn't get her heart broken, because I hate things like that. Like, they're probably gonna just like find a way to make her feel better. Like, remember in oh gosh, why can't I remember the name of this show? Oh my gosh, and I love this show. It's a Thai BL as well. It's one of my favorite. It stars Captain and darn it, what's his name? Y'all should know exactly what I'm talking about. It's about the boy who says, hey, I'll give you money for your band to get equipment if you pretend to be my boyfriend. And then they eventually, of course, fall in love. Oh God, what's the name of that show again? Anyway, I hated how that one girl, like, because she was so sweet was it Kitty? I hated it because she was so sweet and she was so like nice. The fact that she didn't, like in the end, her heart got broken, and they kind of had a deal. Like she would just pretend to be his girlfriend until, and she was just hoping he'd eventually fall in love with her. But still, But still, I just felt so bad for her because she was so sweet. It was like, oh, she deserves all the happiness in the world. So I kind of felt bad for her. I did feel really bad for her. But I still watched the hell out of that show. So I'm really worried when they add those storylines where a female character's purpose is just to prove to the two male characters that they're into each other. Like that's her whole, like that's the whole role of this hot girl, to show you that you like a boy. Congratulations. Like it's ridiculous to me. Like, can they just figure out they like each other? Is that possible? I don't know. Excuse me and ignore me. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. Remember to catch episodes of Bad Buddy, the series, on YouTube, and they debut every Friday. So you can watch them every Friday on YouTube on the GMM TV channel. Why am I advertising them? They actually make money. Whatever. Go watch the series. It's really fun. I'm really enjoying it so far. I think you'll enjoy it. I will see you next week when we talk about episode 3. And also, don't forget to check out my link tree in the description. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook. You can also donate to the podcast if you like. And you can also buy merch in the merch shop. It's just a couple like design shirts things that I've done. They're tiny. But yeah, check them out definitely, and if you see something you like, go ahead and get it. Thank you guys so much for your time. This is JD Young, and remember to make some time for BL. See you next time. Love you.